For weeks, Speaker Pro Tem Patrick McHenry has been living in the eye of a storm that continues to threaten to propel him into the most powerful office in Congress, whether he wants it or not, as House GOP scrambles for a third week to elect a new leader. Republicans have repeatedly voiced support for giving McHenry enough power to keep the wheels of House turning. This gives us as Republicans chance to ease into what has become a very emotional and difficult process of electing Speaker. Rep. Mike Flood said earlier this week. The conversational drama took a few more turns after Flood spoke to the Hill. House Judiciary Committee Chairman Jim Jordan ended his presidential bid on Friday after losing the third vote in the chamber and following a Republican majority. In a secret vote held behind closed doors, they said they wanted him to put an end to his efforts. The GOP will now return to Washington next week with a host of new House Speaker candidates, with McHenry still serving as Speaker of the House. McHenry has made it clear repeatedly that he does not want to be Speaker of the House. As chairman of the Financial Services Committee, I aim to speak to you at this time next Friday, McHenry said of his chosen position in the House GOP leadership. McHenry was a close ally of former Speaker Kevin McCarthy and was instrumental in winning Californians Speakership in January. He also helped McCarthy pass legislation that would raise the debt ceiling and prevent a shutdown. McHenry has made a clear move up the House GOP leadership ladder this year, opting instead to chair the House Financial Services Committee. He said he was willing to hand over the job to permanent successor and was not interested in a long-term appointment, although MPs said he would make good appointment. Flood said McHenry's reluctance made him a good candidate. That's the interesting thing about Patrick McHenry. I don't think he wanted to do any of that. That's what makes it the perfect choice to help us get through this challenging time, he said. Earlier this week, McHenry became a presidential candidate after McCarthy put the North Carolinian first on his list of replacements in the event of a sudden vacancy. This happened when 8 Republicans joined with Democrats to impeach him. I wanted someone who was the committee chair. I wanted someone who wasn't looking for a job. I wanted someone who could work with all parties. And McHenry is ideal for all of that, McCarthy told reporters Thursday. If you watch him, he's not trying to be anything. He believes in the continuity of government. He's the chairman of an important committee. He's been here for a few years, so he understands how things work. There is respect on both sides of the aisle. McHenry, who was first elected to Congress in 2004, is one of the few Republicans who can claim former President Trump's Rose Garden support and credibility across the House. As a top aide to Rep. Steve Scalise, McHenry played a